Hi everyone, it's Brooke with Seaside Guidance, here to do a quick 15-minute check-in for the twin flames. Overall energy, please, Spirit. Overall energy. Too many cards. Overall energy, please, Spirit, for this reading. This is for the Twin Flame Collective. Overall energy for the Twin Flame Collective, please. Forgiveness and security. Divine masculines are going to be coming forward to ask their divine feminines for forgiveness. They've been concerned about their security. They've been concerned about their 3D world. They've been attached to their ego. They've been focused on materialistic things. And they now are at a point where they are wanting to release those things. I'm definitely feeling there's definitely some that are doing shadow work. They're working on their inner child wounds, and those things are coming to the surface. And they're starting to realize that their real security is actually in their relationship with you and within loving themselves versus the things that they've been clinging to up to this point, which are things that really don't matter, such as too much work, their house, their stuff, the things that they've been trying to cling on to. They realize that those things are not fulfilling. They realize what they've done. They're hurting for how they hurt the divine feminine. And they're crying out. They're crying out to God, asking for forgiveness and asking that their divine feminines will forgive them as well. Underneath the deck is power. So divine feminines are standing in their power by not being willing to accept the ghosting, the running behavior of their masculine. Divine feminines are standing in their power, and they're saying that that's something that is not acceptable, and that's not the way that they're going to be treated. So they're standing in their power, and I just saw a wall. So just so you guys know, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient, are two of my spiritual gifts, and so a lot of times I actually receive messages by visions that Spirit gives me, and also by words that I'll either see that'll flash in front of me in my mind's eye, or words that I'll hear in my ear. And so when I say that I see something, just making sure that I explain to you guys how I'm actually seeing that. So what I just saw was a female and a male. Please remember also that this is just energy. So sometimes you can have divine masculines that are both, same sex or opposite sex, or we all have divine feminine and divine masculine within us. So just take it how it resonates, and just know that it's energy that we're referring to. So a lot of times I have a twin. I am a female, obviously, and so when I say divine feminine, I'm thinking she. When I say divine masculine, I'm thinking he, because my divine masculine is my divine counterpart is a male. So just want to make sure to explain that as well. But so what I just saw was it was a female and a male, both standing with their backs towards each other. I see a brick wall in between the female and the male, between the feminine and the masculine, and I see the wall is the divine feminine actually is the one that has built this wall, because of how they've been treated by their masculine in the past, that now there's trust issues and a lot of healing that has to take place, and the divine feminine has built this wall because she's trying to protect herself from getting hurt or disappointed, like she has been up to this point. So I see now the male turning around to the wall and wanting to reach the divine feminine, but realizes that the wall there is built and that she's the one that built it, and knows that in order for them to reconcile, he is going to have to try to chisel those bricks off of that wall piece by piece, in a gentle way, but also in an aggressive enough way that the divine feminine knows that he's coming forward, but also in a gentle way so that she doesn't have to go through that pain again. And so he works on healing her pain and breaking down her walls as he's coming forward and ensuring her that he's not going to leave her again. And as he's doing this, and as he's working to tear down this wall very gently and lovingly, divine feminine, I see turning back around and facing him. Now, and also, when I was doing my meditation before I started this reading, I was connecting with spirit, and in the middle of my meditation, I got so emotional, just started like feeling anxiety, so much anxiety, and tears just started falling from my eyes. And when I was done, after the meditation, I actually just stopped completely. So it was like an experience that I was supposed to have just during that that time frame. And when I finished, and I just snapped out of it. When I came back to, it was, I asked Spirit, what was that I just experienced? And she said, they said, that is the divine masculine. How the anxiety that I was feeling is the anxiety that they feel now that they think they are losing their divine feminine, and because of their behavior and how they've ran away from this divine connection. And then the crying was the remorse that they feel over the heartache that they've caused and how they denied this spiritual connection. So I was actually led to, and then also a lot of the divine masculines are doing shadow work right now, or they're, this is the divine feminine that is turned away and built that wall, has forced the divine masculine to recognize what's actually important to them, not things of the 3D world, but more of the spiritual, the 5D things, the divine feminine, and their self-love for themselves. Those are the things that are important. Those are the things that are actually fulfilling. And it's causing, the divine feminine turning away is causing the divine masculine to purge all of these things that they have within them that have been hidden and that have been their wall, that has kept them from coming forward to the divine feminine, that now they are having to break down their walls so that they can get through the divine feminine's walls now that she's built. So I was led to a shadow work deck that I have. Angels, spirit guides, what messages do you have for this twin flame collective? What messages do you have for this twin flame collective? And yeah, that's why I was led to this deck, is because I feel that there are a lot of divine masculines right now that are starting to go through their dark night of the soul. A lot of the divine feminines, of course, we go through that much sooner. It usually gets triggered by the running of the masculine. Typically, it's the masculine that runs. And so we typically have our spiritual awakenings before they do. Okay, so... Sorry, too many of these flipped. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, just so I can understand what it is the Spirit's trying to tell me by these cards. So, look at this. Wow. Okay. So we have Temperance, and we also have Caution, which is, it's so crazy. I had a dream the other night about a boa constrictor, and I actually ended up having to wake up and start searching meanings of things in dreams, and I actually somewhat saw this same card that just came out. So that's weird. Okay, so the Two of Swords, you have Now, before, the divine masculine was the one with the blindfold on. The divine masculine was the one keeping themselves stuck and not making a choice of which direction to go into. And now the tables have turned. So I was drawn to the yin and yang symbol that's right here in this temperance card. And this is the divine feminine, the divine masculine. This is the twin flame, the perfect match, right? And now, when I was looking at this card, I saw this yin and yang symbol turning. So now the situation is flipped. So now it's not the divine masculine with the mask over their eyes. It is now the divine feminine who has decided to look away and to move forward on her journey on her own. She was patient and he failed to make a decision. So now the tables have turned. Now she is turning her back and deciding to not see the connection for what she has been wanting it to be, but instead, and because she has been so patient this whole time, but instead now she is connecting more with the divine and looking towards the divine instead of her masculine and carrying on her way. And this is now it's triggering a lot in our divine masculines right now, because before, where we had this chasing spirit about us, now we're not chasing anymore. And they see that we're breaking away, and that's actually what's waking them up. In the middle of these cards, you have this, the snake and the mouse is a caution card. So there is probably most likely a third party relationship here where there's a snake in the grass. So this could be the divine masculine, the little innocent mouse, and the divine feminine. But know that be cautious, because there is somebody lurking in the background that does not want this union to occur. So also what it could be is another thing I'm getting is the divine feminine looking to the divine masculine that comes forward about that he's changed, but then also needing to make sure that you don't fall back into the same habits, the ghosting, the breadcrumbing, those types of experiences that a lot of divine feminines have to go through, that you proceed with caution and you make sure, yes, forgive, yes, be willing to work on things and heal, but also be cautious to make sure that they don't fall back into that same pattern, and that you don't fall back into that same pattern of codependency. So somebody is definitely trying to stand in the middle of this connection that does not want it to happen. Typically that's a karmic partner. And also you need to make sure that if and when you move forward, that you are not being this little, I hate saying the word like naive, but what mouse would walk into the grass knowing that there's a snake there? You got to have your head on right. So I'm going to do another quick shuffle of these cards. Angels, spirit guides, what other messages do you have for this twin? Wow, look at that. Y'all, did you see that? That flew across. Look what it is. Can't make this stuff up, you guys. Twin flames. The twin flames card just flew out of the deck when I was shuffling. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So even if you are not on speaking terms with your divine masculine, know that they do love you in their heart, and they're working on through the waves. I see this as working through the waves, and they are doing the work to be able to come forward to you, and know that they are going to be telling you that they love you. And if they haven't yet, then they do definitely feel that for you in their heart, because you are their twin. Last two cards, balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. Yes, so it is time to have balance in this between the two of you, so that way you can work your relationship out and be able to move forward in a positive direction. And sometimes, even if we don't feel like forgiving, we need to forgive, because that heals our hearts and it heals their hearts, and you can't be stuck in the past to be able to move forward. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times, we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. So what this to me means is you have to surrender to divine guidance. You have to surrender to the journey. Anybody that has been trying to control the situation, even the divine masculines, by trying to block this union, block this commitment, and also block out the connection, that it's time for those walls to come down. And it is time to stop trying to control the situation. Ask the divine to help in the situation so that you can move forward. Stop holding yourself back. And I love this card. So please remember to subscribe and share this video if you feel like it'll resonate with someone. Also hit that wiggly bell so anytime I post more content, you will be notified. And thank you so much for your time. Sending you love and light.